morning. It is Ken and Deb here at just after 7 o'clock. What a beautiful sunrise this morning.
Oh,
huh?
my. If you are able, go outside and just stand outside and look at the splendor.
Yeah.
Because God has painted a beautiful October sky. It looks like an October sky.
It sure does.
Today's October.
It is. The first day of October today.
I just realized that. I'm
Yeah.
like, it is October sky.
Yes,
you
it
say,
is.
Hey, look, it's October 1st.
Yeah.
Beautiful morning.
So normally on October 1st, for me, in years past, here in Illinois, I have usually been out in a deer stand because it starts bow hunting season today.
First day of that, huh?
And so I would be seeing this type of sunrise sitting out in the woods, which would be super cool.
Well, during the breaks, we can wheel you outside.
Wheel me out? I can walk on my own. But yes, I will take you up on that. I will walk outside and enjoy the outside. But we are here. It is the second day of Fall Share on this first day of October. And so we would love to have you participate. Thanks to everybody that has given so far. And we just appreciate you so much. The number to call, 800-600-9624. 800-600-9624. Of course, you can give online to moodyradio.org/Quad Cities, or if you want to give on the Moody Radio app, just click on the Give button down at the bottom of your page, and you can actually, if you've already given like a gift that you do every month, you do an auto gift, you want to increase that a little bit, you can do that as well. That's one way you can give.
You know, yesterday you put up on your Facebook post what you have brought in from your garden.
What my wife did. Yeah, she was out there picking, and I helped her carry it in.
Oh, my. Baskets
Yes.
of bounty is what I call it. Baskets of bounty. I mean, like, they're just overflowing with all different kinds of fruit. Not all the same kind of fruit.
Right.
You know, not all tomatoes and not all
We had
cucumbers and
peppers
green stuff. And I
Yep.
saw there was something green. Did you have kale or something?
There is a cabbage.
Cabbage. That's what it was.
Some
Okay.
cabbage, some peppers, some cucumbers, some tomatoes, butternut squash.
Butternut squash. I love butternut squash. I
Yeah.
saw that in there too. But that's just like share here. I mean, we got this big basket here.
Yeah.
And we're ready for you to bring the fruit this morning.
we've-
From your harvest
Well, and I was
field,
going
what
to
are you
say,
going to bring?
yeah, I was going to say also we've got all kinds of different varieties too, because we've got all kinds of different sized gifts that are coming in. You know, it's not just a cabbage gift or a. We've got all kinds of different sizes, anything from $25 to $1,000 to, $30 a month, all kinds of different ways. Every gift is important.
That's right. And every gift makes a better stew.
Yeah,
so,
that's
I mean,
right. It sure does.
All the different vegetables, all the different fruits.
Yeah.
You know, that just is a picture of God's bounty to me
sure
and
is.
harvest time. And so Fall Share is a perfect time to celebrate together what God is doing here at Moody Radio and how you can, by joining with us in ministry here at Moody Radio. The phone number is 800-600-9624. You can click in at moodyradio.org/Quad Cities. We made it to 33%.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks to Brian in
Yeah.
Moline, who was up early and was that first gift this morning.
Very
well,
cool.
actually, he wasn't, because there was also Jeffrey and Marissa. So
Yeah, that's right.
we don't want to, they were before we even got here. They were really early.
They were the early birds.
But thank you to everybody who's given this morning. We're looking for 5 more gifts this half hour. So would you bring your fruit in? 5 gifts of $60 or more.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind, any gift is important. Every gift is important. And we're going to hear a story, I think, from the phone zone coming up a little bit later on this half hour about that. But we also want to hear from you as well, of a gift of any size. But if you could do one of $60 or more, we'd love to see 5 of those come in here. If you can do that, 800-600-9624. 800-600-9624 or moodyradio.org/Quad Cities. And thank you ahead of time for your gift. Good morning, everybody.
Oh, I forgot we're on Facebook Live.
Yes, we are.
Hi. It's good to have you with us. Oh, I'm so in share mode, thinking of share. When you give your gift, you also are asked if you want a copy of this D.L. Moody's The Overcoming Life.
Yes, and take it.
Yes,
because it's really good.
it is.
It's
really
practical.
Good.
I mean, it's an easy read. I was reading some of it this morning, and really, I mean, just a couple of things. Just really, I mean, and I didn't read a long time, and it was just very practical.
It is.
And very, it really, can touch your life in a practical way. It doesn't have to be like this super heady, got to get out a dictionary to read the book. You know what I mean?
Right. He is this is a very simple read.
Yep.
But he talks about sin and conversion, and he says
Right.
sin is turning away from God. As someone has said, it's an aversion from God and a conversion to the world. And true repentance means conversion to God and aversion to the world. When there is true contrition, the heart is broken for sin. And when there's true conversion, the heart is broken from sin. Isn't that an interesting way to look at how when we accept the Lord, when we turn away from our sin, our bond,
Right.
and attaching our lives to God and His purposes, there's only freedom from sin when we're attached to something else.
Yeah, that's right.
And I just love that picture that D.L. Moody talks about in conversion, that God has called us to something. He's called us to serve Him and to live a different kind of life. And that's what we're encouraging one another to do each and every day, really, here at Moody Radio, is to live that different life,
Yeah, that's right.
to live that redeemed life.
Really quick with you guys, do you guys want to visit the phone zone coming out of this song before
Yeah.
we go into instead
Let's
of
do
the
that.
testimony?
Let's do David.
So if you want to get involved this morning, the phone number is 800-600-9624. And share your stories, too. Share your stories of how God has really helped you grow through Moody Radio.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something that you want to share about what you're thankful for when it comes to being able to listen in, or something that you heard that was a blessing to you or helped you in your life. We'd love to hear those. And we thank you for being with us on Facebook Live. Thanks,
Yeah.
Lori and Heidi and Jordan. It's good to have you along this morning.
Great song from We Are Messengers. That's called Magnify on Moody Radio Quad Cities during Fall Share 2020. 800-600-9624 is the number. 800-600-9624 is how you get involved. And we would love to have $60 gifts or more. If we could do that, just 5 of them. If we can do that here before, well, let's say before 7:30. How about if we try that? If you can give a gift of any size, though, it would really encourage us to see that, maybe you've never given to this ministry before. And you listen to it every day, and you're thinking to yourself, well, maybe I could do a one-time gift of $50 or $20 or $60 or whatever you can give. That would be helpful. Now, we also, of course, need to offset those with maybe some larger gifts as well. So maybe if you can give a larger gift and you'd like to even use that for a challenge
Yes.
to others to give, to spur them on, then please, when you call, let them know that, and then they'll get in touch with Jason. We can work that out. But yeah, so all kinds of ways to give this morning, and so we'd appreciate it.
Our phone number is 800-600-9624, 800-600-9624, or you can give at moodyradio.org/Quad Cities. I mean, we've talked about this before, but when you have a big goal, the only way you can actually attain that goal is by biting off a little bit at a time.
Yeah,
The only
that's
way you
right.
can eat an elephant is one bite at a time, but we
Right.
need all those bites.
We do.
We need all those people involved in the work here at Moody Radio. So would you be one that would join with us in this ministry? It's simple as that, is that this is a ministry that is sharing Christ with our community, and we're asking you to join us. And that's the simple message,
That's
is
right.
that we really need you to join us so we can continue to broadcast here at Moody Radio. And so would you do that this morning? We're looking for 5 $60 plus gifts. This half hour, $60 is the benchmark because we are turning 60 this year here at WDLM. And I got some really useful information yesterday from Jared,
Okay.
because somebody else is turning 60 this year, and I found out that diamonds is the gift for 60.
I see.
I haven't shared that little piece of information with somebody yet, but
Let's see. Let me text him right now.
That was very useful information. Thanks, Jared.
Got that right in Hip National there, right in the old pocket. We're going to pull it out when it's necessary.
Hey, but for 60 years, this station has been impacting lives.
Right.
Just
That's
think
right.
of all the lives of the people that have listened in from this community because a group of pastors 60 years ago had a vision
Right.
to bring WMBI to our area so that we could hear the signal more clearly and
Right.
be able to broadcast to more people. And because of their vision and their work, WDLM was born.
Yeah.
And in fact, at the I think $250,000
Wow.
to be able to get this station on the air. And that was 60 years ago.
Yeah.
So just think of their dedication to
Right.
bringing the word here and all the people that have been so dedicated as we've gone on year after year after year to give.
That's right.
And so now we're asking you in this generation
To kind of pass the torch.
to patch the torch,
Yeah, help
to give.
help to continue this ministry market, and so we'd love to have you do that. Help because every gift is important. Every size gift is important. As we head to the phone zone and find out what's going on there, I think John has got a story about just how significant is every size gift.
We're out here in the phone zone with David, and everybody's got a story behind their gift, behind their relationship with Moody Radio. What's yours, David?
Well, I was just on my way to work. Every morning I listen to Moody, and I just this morning was listening all week. I've been hearing about the giving, but this morning just spoke to me. To me, it's the important thing is that Moody Radio just reminds me, driving after work on my break, I listen. It's this idea there's other believers out there, that I'm not alone. I'm not the only one on this earth living for Christ, and I can connect with people even when I'm not around people, and hearing other people's stories and hearing different sermons, things like that. It's encouraging, and to me, if I didn't have that, the idea of not having a scary one, so it made sense to me to give. $20 wasn't a big deal to me, so it's like it's worth it, to keep the encouragement coming.
Well, it's a big deal to us, and you need to know that, David. Thank you for your gift and for this conversation. You have a great day.
All right, bye-bye.
And we'll send it back to our team.
All right, thanks, John. Yeah, so that's one thing that's really cool is that during this time when there are a lot of people that are alone, they can't get out and get to meet other people, that Moody Radio has been there for them. And just like David, he can connect with other people through the radio,
Right.
And not feel like he's a lone wolf Christian, that he's got other believers there with him. And so that's what it's here for. So if you're able to get out and meet with other people, great. Maybe you can give just so that other people can enjoy this radio ministry that can't get out. And so that'd be another great reason to give.
Yes, our phone number is 800-600-9624 or give online at moodyradio.org/Quad Cities. David's story kind of reminded me of Elijah in the cave. He thought he was all alone, and God had to say, hey, I have 7,000 reserved. There are other people out there.
Yeah.
You are not alone in this struggle. You're not alone. You think it's just you are going to be decimated, by Jezebel, but you're not alone. And the radio signal goes out, and it shares with people every day. You're not alone.
Right.
And that's why share is so neat, because as you call in, you're letting other people know they're not alone, really,
Right.
because as we see these come up, think about that every day. Those folks are here in the Quad Cities wanting to live for Jesus too.
Right.
And so you're not alone. And that encourages all of us, because we can easily get discouraged and want to stay in that cave and never get out, because we feel the world is just so dangerous
Right.
and so hard, and there's too much going on.
Yeah.
But God is calling us to go out and be ambassadors in this world. And here at Moody Radio, we want to encourage each other in doing that.
Right.
Because we need hope every day, not just one day,
Sure.
every day.
Yeah.
And we need encouragement every day.
Yeah, we sure do. And so when you give your gift, think of it that way, that you are encouraging others at the same time. But not only that, you're also in partnership with us in ministry and getting the gospel to people that need to hear about Jesus. And so, many ways that you can give. You can give on the phone by calling 800-600-9624. You can go on the internet, moodyradio.org/Quad Cities to our website. Give that way. If you have the Moody Radio app, you can go ahead and go down to the bottom and click on Give, and you can give that way. So just whatever way that the Lord is leading you, pray about it. And we would just urge you to make that call this morning or go online, 800-600-9624, 800-600-9624, or at moodyradio.org/Quad Cities. I need some anesthesia to pull these teeth.
So I'll tell you what, I mean, I am just so encouraged by our listeners.
Yeah.
I mean, as we go out like to the bookmobile and stuff, it's just been
Right.
so wonderful to get out again and be with people. Last night I had a fun night at church. We had a kids program kind of like at church, and it was just great seeing people and
Yeah.
being with people.
Sure.
And I think during this time, Moody Radio has been that connection when we haven't been able to do that.
Right.
But boy, I'm just so encouraged that we're starting to be able to do that.
Right. Yeah.
And so thankful that we're able to not only meet you online, but see you pray face to face as we're starting to get out again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
definitely.
Jordan says he sent in my prayer request to your station phone number, so we'll get that, Jordan. And we always are here to pray with one another as well, and
Yeah.
and do our Christian walk together to have that support with one another.
Yeah, so if you have a prayer request, you can please get those to us, because we do pray as a staff every Tuesday, and we do pray for those items. And so if you'd like to have that prayer request prayed for, or if it's an urgent prayer request, by all means, we take those seriously and want to pray for those, as soon as we can. And so maybe you've got a prayer request and you'd like to share that. You can do that here. You can email us, wdlm@moody.edu. You can call us, of course, on our regular number and get those to us. But, we do take prayer seriously, so we'd love to pray for you.
So we're at 33%. It's kind of just stalled there. It needs a little fire underneath it to get to 34%.
Right?
Maybe you want to bring that this morning by giving us a call. If you haven't called in your share gift, now would be a really good time.
Right.
It seems like phones are available for you to give us a call at 800-600-9624. Or you can also click in this morning. That's a lot easier at moodyradio.org/Quad Cities. But the nice thing about calling is you get to talk to a live person.
Yeah.
And if you have some things you want to change about your giving, maybe you want to increase your gift, you can tell them, hey, I'm already given to Moody Radio. I want to increase it by $5.
Right.
You can give per month. You can decide to give by check.
Right.
If you want to a little bit later, maybe you're looking towards a certain date where you're able to give a little bit more.
Sure,
You can say, I'm going to send in a check for this amount. There's many, many ways to give. We just appreciate the fact that you're with us.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, one more thing is we've been reading through the Bible this year. Today, we start the New Testament.
Yes.
And so if you have been reading through the Bible with us, then you know that we're in Matthew chapters 1-4 today. But if you haven't been reading along with us because you just kind of jumped in, you thought, well, I'm too late. You know what? Now you could get the reader's guide we're using for free and start the New Testament and read through the rest of the year with us and jump on board and read the New Testament. And so if you want to do that, you can text Bible to 800-221-9356, and we'll send you the link to the reader's guide that we're using. And then you can just start reading the New Testament with us and finish out the year. And so looking forward to getting into the New Testament.
Yes.
And reading through that. So exciting today to do that.
I don't know if you guys heard the web dinger, but Mary got on board.
All
Thank
right,
you, Mary.
Mary.
Thank you for your gift this morning. We've got one in. We want 4 to go for 5 this half hour of gifts of $60
Or
plus or more.
you go. What did one Moody Radio listener say to the other?
Have you given to share?
Aw, you've heard it before.
Seriously, though, it's so important to understand what listener support means.
So true. If you benefit from Moody Radio, help support Moody Radio. Plain and simple.
Call now. It's a quick and easy process. With your gift, you'll receive D.L. Moody's book, The Overcoming Life. 1-800-600-9624.
Or moodyradio.org.
And now, back to your share team.
Yeah, that's how you give. It's real simple to do. And thank you to Mary from
Yay!
Welton, Iowa.
Thanks, Mary. Appreciate your gift this morning. Thanks for being with us in ministry, for being one of our partners this morning. We have 163 partners so far,
cool.
family groups that have said they want to support Moody Radio. And would you join us? Maybe you haven't done that yet. This is our fall share event. We're bringing in funds to be able to support this ministry, all the different expenses that come from ministry, whether it be, the electric bill, the gas bill, things that need to be done in the building, all the different equipment that we need to be able to connect. And the computers. I mean, the list goes on and on. Salaries. So ideas for new programs.
That's right. So your gifts really do make a difference right here in the Quad Cities. And so we'd love to have you call in your gift. And they said, as we were coming back, that when you do give your gift, you're going to receive that free gift we'd like to give to you. It is a book that was written by D.L. Moody called The Overcoming Life. It's one of the classics that we have at Moody Publishers, but still timeless. Some great information in here. And one thing that stood out to me this morning as I was looking through, he says, in this book, it says, did you ever notice the reason Christ gave for learning of him? He might have said, learn of me because I'm the most advanced thinker of the age. I perform miracles that no man else has ever performed. I've shown my supernatural power in 1,000 ways. But no, the reason he gave was that he was meek and lowly in heart. And I just thought that was so important to talk about, because that's really what Christ was. He was not all about, look at me, but he came to serve. And he came to love others. And he came to model for us how we should react as believers and followers of him. And so that was a great reminder for me as I read that this morning of, it's not up to me to brag about what we do and who we are and everything else, but to lift him up and for us to be less and to him to become more, right? And so as we go through our Christian walk, we are helping others to know that truth, that we can have eternal life because of what Christ did for us, and that he receives the honor and glory for what takes place. And so when you give your gift to us here during this fall share, you're helping to be one of those, basically those evangelists, getting that word out. Maybe you don't sit there and say to yourself, well, I'm not an evangelist. I can't go out and just start preaching on the street corner. No, maybe you can't. But you can give a gift, and that the radio station here can use that to get the gospel to somebody that needs to hear it.
That's right.
And so when you call at 800-600-9624, that's 800-600-9624, you can make your gift and maybe share with us something that God has been doing in your life. We'd love to hear that.
Yeah, we'd love to hear that story. And so many times we can't go to all the places that the radio can go. I mean, we could go to the street corner, but we couldn't necessarily go to the nursing home right now. And we couldn't necessarily go into the prisons. We couldn't go to places where people are feeling alone in their car, but have no one they feel they can reach out to. We can't necessarily know that, but God knows that. And he uses the radio to meet people in those places when they need it the most. Sometimes it's just that they happen on Moody Radio, but other times they're just listening in and they're feeling this despair, and God lifts them up through the ministry of the word through Moody Radio. And you are helping us do that. So thank you so much for being with us. It's really exciting to be part of God's work. And one way that you can be part of God's work is to support this ministry as it goes into all those places where maybe you can't go, your pastor can't go, because you don't necessarily know of the need of that time. where the radio can go, because God knows that person needs to hear a word.
Amen.
So the phone number to get involved is 800-600-9624. Looking for 5 gifts. Would you be one? 800-600-9624. Or you can give by clicking in at moodyradio.org/Quad Cities.
And you just were mentioning about that the radio can go where people can't go to get the word. And Dennis called in yesterday afternoon and said that he's a truck driver, and he's got us on all day long. And so that's another person that is by themselves the majority of their day, out driving, trying to stay safe and protecting other
Yes.
people as he's driving, and but he's got us on. And so that's a place where Moody Radio is ministering to Dennis. Maybe there's farmers. As I was driving home yesterday, I was seeing a bunch of people in their combines and in tractors and in semis harvesting. And they're out there by themselves, long days during harvest.
Yes.
And by themselves. But Moody Radio can be there with them, and it can be a comfort. It can be an encouragement to them. And so we thank you for giving and making it possible for people like Dennis and the farmers and everybody being able to have this ministry while they're working. So would you make your call? 800-600-9624. 800-600-9624, or go online, moodyradio.org/Quad Cities.
Yay. Thanks, Margie.
Margie from Sterling. Thank you, Margie. Appreciate that. So don't stop calling. Don't stop giving. We're going to be ending our mid-morning show coffee break here.
Yep.
But thank you for giving. Thank you for supporting us here. And, of course, joining us every day here on the mid-morning show coffee break. So have a great rest of your day.
Enjoy your Thursday.
That's
Be
right.
thankful.
And be thankful. And make a post about that, too. Let us know what you're thankful for. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.